Hi, I'm Veronica.
I'm Katie.
I'm Caroline, and we did our Age of Jackson presentation on questions 9 and 10. Our first topic had to do with the Webster-Hayne debate of 1830, which was a debate that broke out between two prominent members of the Senate, Daniel Webster and Robert Hayne. The debate stemmed from regional jealousies between people in the Northeast / New England states and those in the West and the South. The tension was heightened when the Tariff of Abominations of 1828, which was a protective tariff to protect northern manufacturing industries, was passed in Congress. The passing of this tariff led to South Carolina's nullification crisis, in which they declared the tariff void and null within their state. Daniel Webster of Massachusetts, who spoke for the Northeastern faction, argued that the Union should be protected and inseparable, and other Northeastern senators believed that by declaring the tariff null and going against the federal government, South Carolina was threatening the stability of the United States. And on the other side of the debate was Robert Hayne of South Carolina, who spoke for the Southern and Western faction, and he argued that while he supported the Union of America, he also supported South Carolina's rights under the Constitution, and he believed that the tariff was also a scheme by Northeastern manufacturing industries to strengthen their businesses through the protective tariff. The local resentment that was heightened during the Webster-Hayne debate of 1830 was significant to the Jacksonian era overall, because it foreshadowed what would eventually become the Civil War of the 1860s. And in the end, the debate also ended with the ruling that states didn't have the right to nullify federal acts, which changed the states' nullification rights around the U.S.
Our second topic is about the nullification crisis. Citizens in South Carolina were called nullifiers. They tried to achieve the 2/3 vote. The vote was needed to block or nullify the Tariff of 1828 in South Carolina. The Unionists, angry that the nullies called them submission men, opposed the nullification of the Tariff of 1828. The crisis of 1832, which threatened to become a civil war, was sparked by South Carolina because they were likely to secede. South Carolina did not want to pay the tariffs to support the manufacturing industries in the North. They could rely on their own ports and live a content life without having to pay the North, so they were willing to secede. If South Carolina seceded, other surrounding planting states such as Georgia, Mississippi, Tennessee, and Kentucky would also secede. These states could get their goods from South Carolina easily without paying any tribute. This was significant because it is the first time that the tensions between the North and the South were brought up and a state was willing to secede from the nation.
Henry Clay's compromise was the Tariff of 1833. The tariff would reduce the tariff of 1832 by around 10% overall for the next 8 years. So by 1842, the tariff would be about 20 to 25%, which was the same level as the tariff of 1816. Even though the New England and Middle states wanted the tariff for protection, the compromise still passed through Congress with the support of Calhoun and the southern states. This was significant because it resolved the nullification crisis. The Force Bill was also passed in 1833 by Congress. This bill authorized the president to use Army and Navy, if necessary, to collect federal tariff duties. This bill was greatly disliked by the South Carolinians, and they even called it the Bloody Bill. The Bloody Bill is significant because it overrode South Carolina's nullification crisis. It was also the first law to deny states the right to secede. Thank you.